All right, everyone. Welcome back to the final hour of the live stream. If you can believe it, we have been here for 11 hours in Fetzer, and we are approaching our final hour. So I hope that you all will come and join us for these last few activities. And we do have a very exciting update that our entire executive board will get to be up here on stage for the last 5 or 10 minutes. So you're definitely going to want to catch that. But we're going to get started with our final call to give and our final FTK story. So right now on the live stream, you should see a link to donate. This is our main fundraising page. And we are asking that everyone get your donations in by midnight, by the end of the live stream. So I'm going to share one final FTK story to kind of motivate you to do your final donations or your final fundraising if you're a dancer. But ultimately, the reason why we are here and the reason why we're raising this money is the patients and families. You have heard multiple stories throughout the day. You've heard about some of the grants that this money that we're raising can fund. So please consider that as you're donating. You've also heard a lot of executive board members tell you why they are here. And I can tell you personally that the impact that your money has is immense, especially in times like these. When these families are really struggling. So the donation link is down below, and I'm going to read you all a final FTK story to kind of be our closing story before we move into our closing activities this hour. So this is the story of Mark, a newborn who was prenatally diagnosed with hypoplastic left heart. Prenatal images showed a significant cardiac defect, and the parents were counseled that intervention for this condition would require multiple surgeries over the baby's first few months of life. Prognosis for long-term survival was considered extremely poor. Postnatal images confirmed the severity of the defect, and Mark's parents planned a natural childbirth so that he would be alert enough time to spend with their newborn in the final minutes after his birth. Not knowing how long he would survive, the patient's father was actively involved in his care from birth, and the baby was surrounded by family members during hospitalization. The day after his birth, Mark was able to go home with his parents and grandparents under pediatric hospice care. The recent hurricane had destroyed their home, and financial resources were extremely limited. With money from the FTK fund, UNC Children's was able to cover the cost of cremation, alleviating the concerns that were plaguing the family during their limited time with their newborn. All right, everyone, that's a very moving story to close off with and just really shows kind of the breadth and the depth of the support that we can provide these families. So please, if you've been considering donating, or dancers, if you are doing your final fundraising, make sure to have those donations into the link in the live stream by midnight. And next up, we are going to have Chandler introduce our final line dance.
Hey guys, I'm back. So this is our very last line dance of the night. I hope you guys have gotten a little more comfortable with it and have been able to learn the lyrics and also learn some of the dance moves. If not, this is your last chance to dance along with us. This is a special line dance. It is our senior line dance. So we have our various morale seniors in the line dance, and so this is a shout out to my morale seniors, of course, but also a shout out to all of the seniors in Carolina for the Kids. Thank you so much for being with us, whether you've been with us for 1 year or 4 years. We are so glad that you are with us, and we just want to celebrate you guys today as you guys, finish off your time with UNC and Carolina for the Kids. So here it goes.
Together, 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 dance is one. Together, together, come on, let's raise some funds. Together, we stand for the children every time. Together, together, come on, let's win this fight. Here and now, it's time for isolation. Consider dropping out. Yeah, yeah. Dale and Claire blew up Bachelor Nation. Dean Dome cardboard cutouts. Yeah, yeah. Say goodbye to our normal spring break. Wellness days feel so wrong, feel so wrong. Fake snow days make no sense in a good way. Let's have fun at Marathon. We're FTK together. When we dance, we can make an impact, and we'll see it. Dance Marathon forever. We'll fundraise, stand all day, stay awake, make kids' dreams come true. Everybody now, together, 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 dance as one. Together, together, come on, let's raise some funds. Together, we stand for the children every time. Together, together, come on, let's win this fight. We're all here and standing up for one cause, each joining from our house. Yeah, yeah, the Zoom is on, now everybody get off mute. Come on and scream and shout. Yeah, yeah, we fundraise to support the families. Tar Heels one and all. We're FTK together. When we dance, we can make an impact, and we'll see it. Dance Marathon forever. We'll fundraise, stand all day, stay awake, make kids' dreams come. We're FTK together. When we dance, we can make an impact, and we'll see it. Dance Marathon forever. We'll fundraise, stand all day, stay awake, make kids' dreams come. Tar Heels, dance along. Mac Brown really got it going on. Tar Heels, all on Zoom. Everybody's in a breakout room. Coronavirus everywhere. Wear your mask and wash with care. TikTok made me do it, and Duke blew it. Time to dance it out. We're FTK together. When we dance, we can make an impact, and we'll see it. Dance Marathon forever. We'll fundraise, stand all day, stay awake, make kids' dreams come. We're FTK together. When we dance, we can make an impact, and we'll see it. Dance Marathon forever. We'll fundraise, stand all day, stay awake, make kids' dreams come. Tar Heels everywhere. Wear your mask and wash with care. Dancers, let's get to it. Time to prove it. We're all FTK.
Hey guys, I think now is a great time to take a second, to take a step back, and to talk about the people who have made this happen this year. And that is our seniors. They've done so much through all of the difficulties that COVID has posed. And I think now's a great time to recognize that they have made significant strides to making this year a successful fundraising year, but more than that, a successful year in helping our families. And we cannot thank them enough. They've adjusted, they've made it seem so easy, and I cannot thank them enough, and I extend that from all of Carolina for the kids. So now we want to take a moment and recognize them all. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Gibson. I'm the 2021 Events Coordinator. So what I want to do right now is just kind of recognize some of our fundraisers. We have different levels of incentives that we give out for different amounts of fundraise, which is like a $300 level, $500 level, etc. But we'd really like to appreciate and shout out those who raised over $1,000. We call them our Comma Button Club. So thank you to Erica Bell, Chandler Briggs, Sarah McCown, for all of y'all raising over $1,000 for CFTK. All this money is going to go to a great place. It's going to help all the patients and family at UNC Children's. And then also I want to give a big shout out to Team 4. They are the team that raised the most money out of all of our wonderful teams. So thank you everyone for raising so much money for the kids and families at UNC Children's. We really appreciate it, and continue doing all the hard work that you do, because this money does really have a lasting impact, and we want to support them as much as we can. So, sorry. Alrighty. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am here to announce our giveaway winners. Thank you so much to everybody who participated in the giveaway. Thank you to everyone who raised their $150, their $750, came to all our dancer Zooms, shared our giveaway posts, and donated for extra entries. So first, the winner of our 10 free Arrow haircuts is Jeff Oldham. Then the winner of our 3 Bar 3 workout classes is Matt Gibson. We gave away 3 Ben & Jerry's ice cream cakes. So the winner of the first is, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce anybody's names, the winner of the first is Emily Stute. The winner of another Ben & Jerry's ice cream cake is Jessica Walker. And the winner of the last Ben & Jerry's ice cream cake is Savleen Singh. The winner of a $25 Chaw House gift card is Anna Mott. And the winner of our second Chaw House gift card is Anant Murthy. The winner of our Fresglow skin products, which is a face mask and some skin cream, is Aditi, my committee member. Very excited for her. A winner of our Heavenly Buffaloes $50 gift certificate. The first one is Lauren Harrell, and the second one is Sarah Morlock. The winner of our ski passes, which is to Appalachian Ski Mountain, you get 2 ski passes and 2 skate passes, is Madison Grazar. The winner of our Kendra Scott necklace is Allie Floyd. The winner of our pet portrait, which is a 5x7 custom picture of your pet, is Elizabeth Harrell. And finally, the winner of our Life is an Adventure print is Caroline Garrett. Thank you so much again to everybody who participated and to everyone who donated. To coordinate getting your prizes, I will email you and figure out how to get them, so don't worry about it. So while we're wrapping up the evening, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit more about why I joined CFTK. This is my 4th and final year on Carolina for the Kids. I've been a part of formal affairs for all 4. I always planned weddings with my mom because she was a wedding planner, and so I was really excited to be on formal affairs and plan our annual live and silent auction. But more importantly, I wanted to be a part of something, a bigger community. I had been involved in a lot of service projects in high school, and it was mostly with people who were just trying to get their service hours. And I really enjoyed the opportunity to get to work on Carolina for the Kids with people who really care about what we're doing and they're so passionate about it. And that's never been more clear than this year. It's definitely been a hard year, and I'm so proud of all of exec and all of our committee members and sub-chairs and dancers for working so hard to make everything we accomplished this year happen.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for sticking with us, and we are starting to get towards the end of our live stream. But as many of you know, community relations this year worked closely with Greek Cup and with Greek Life for Greek Cup. We had 11 registered Greek organizations partner with CFTK this year, and we are so thankful for all of the work that you've done. So right now we are gonna announce the top 3 sororities, top 2 fraternities, and our top 2 fundraisers of all of Greek Cup. And our first place prizes at each of those categories will be receiving a cash donation. And I will be getting in contact with you as soon as Marathon is over this weekend. So in 3rd place for sororities, we have Kappa Kappa Gamma. And in 2nd place, Alpha Chi Omega. And our top fundraising and top Greek Point sorority is Phi Mu. And as far as fraternities go, our 2nd place fraternity is Alpha Chi Sigma, and our top fraternity is Chi Phi, who had 10 registered dancers and met and exceeded their fundraising goal, and we are so proud of you guys. And then lastly, we have our top 2 Greek fundraisers, one of which is our own exec committee member, Rachel Resbeck. And our top fundraiser in all of Greek life was Mary Catherine Gray. So, and again, I will be getting in contact with you all as soon as Dance Marathon is over this weekend, so keep an eye out for that email. And something new to community relations this year is we worked very closely with our CFTK alumni, and we are so thankful to have a network of over 600 alumni now. And just from one day, we started a new alumni sponsorship program, and we were blown away by the support that we've received, and we are so thankful for everything that you do. From exec to old committee members to old dancers, you guys have come out this year in ways we could never have imagined, and the support that we feel from you all is so profound. As an executive board and as an organization, we absolutely could not do this without you, and everything that you do is so meaningful. And please know from the bottom of our hearts, even though we may not be able to contact you all the time, I hope you enjoy my monthly newsletters. I hope it gives you just a little bright spot of CFTK. As far as alumni go, we will be having a regroup after Marathon and doing a little broadcast to recap our entire year, because you guys are so important to us and we want to make sure you're still involved. And lastly, we just want to give a huge shout out to Emily Arnold. You are amazing. We love you. And just thank y'all so much.
All right. Hi, everyone. So kind of the next part of tonight is I just want to take some time to recognize our donors and our sponsors. So obviously it's been a little bit of a crazy year, in case you hadn't heard. And so obviously trying to reach out to local businesses and corporate businesses as well is a little bit harder in a year like this. Just kind of businesses are suffering a little bit, or
just kind of everyone's trying to figure out how they're doing things. But we'd like to recognize out of those sponsors and donors who are still able to donate this year, we'd like to dedicate a little bit of time to recognize those. So we've got our graphic on the live stream right now with a few of our sponsors. But I'd also like to shout out a few of the ones who donated specifically for our packets. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to CDS. For dancers watching right now, a lot of individually wrapped food items and Gatorade and some other things were donated by CDS. Go give some love to Carolina Dining Services. They are the best. Also, give some love to Ben & Jerry's. They donated ice cream for our packet pickups, also individually packaged. And they also donated some of the ice cream cakes for our giveaway. And a little surprise, I'll give you a heads up. Anyone on all of our dancers will be getting a coupon from Ben & Jerry's in the next few days. So enjoy that. Yeah, we've got a lot of other donors and sponsors. Obviously, you just heard a lot of them with the giveaways. But my point being, please, please, please give some love to our local community, our local businesses. They are a huge part of making this event successful and making our community kind of more together. And honestly, that's what we're about here is community. So yeah, I just wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of our donors and sponsors. And yeah, thank you guys.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nathan Vance. I'm the Hospital and Family Relations Chair. And I just wanted to take a minute to talk about my experience with Carolina for the Kids, my journey here. My journey started out just as a freshman wandering around campus, and I wanted to find a way to really fight the inequities on the, that exist within our healthcare system, that, prevent a family from really being there with their children. Medical bills are pervasive, terrible, terrible things, but there are also other costs that come with being a hospitalized patient. How do you pay for meals if you're taking time off work? How do you cover the bills that you would normally be able to cover? So I came across the table in the quad, and I knew this is exactly where I needed to be. So that started my journey, and honestly, it's more than anything I could have hoped for. I came in and I saw we've got P&O. We're serving meals in the hospital to patients in need, and honestly, it's incredible to see how far just a simple meal can go. It's been great to connect with KCCs, the people who represent what we're doing. They are why we're here, among all of the patients in the hospital at UNC Children's. So I want to send a big thank you to them. This time is for them. So I wanted to take a minute as well to introduce some of the programs. So where is all of this money going? Why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? And the first and maybe most obvious is the For the Kids Fund. This money goes towards the things that a family may not be able to purchase with insurance. Medical bills are enormous, terrifying, but so are the little things. So are the electricity bills that come along with being in the hospital. So are the costs of the crib that you need to purchase for your newborn, but insurance isn't going to cover that. The For the Kids Fund is there for families when they need just that little bit of extra to cover the things that insurance doesn't cover. The next thing is the PICU waiting room. Actually, most recently, we've had the opportunity to renovate the PICU waiting room. And for those of you that don't know, this is the Pediatric Intensive Care Unit. This is a project that, while simple on the surface, goes such a long way for a family in the ICU. This is the place that a family member can go to sleep, that a family member can go to eat, while their child is in the room across the hall. The PICU is maybe the most stressful place any parent could be, and providing the comfort that a family member may need in the hospital is honestly an honor. The next thing I want to talk about, as I'd mentioned previously, is Parents' Night Out. Parents' Night Out is a meal that we serve every Tuesday. Traditionally, we go into the hospital, we prepare boxes of hot food and bring them door to door for the patients and families of UNC Children's. This has been such a meaningful experience to me, perhaps the most meaningful experience that I've had with Carolina for the Kids. Even though it may seem so simple on the surface, a hot meal is maybe the thing that a family member hasn't had in a few days. In all of the time that you're with your child, it's hard to leave that bedside. And to provide a meal to a parent that may need it is enormous. Also for the family that has been in the hospital for a few weeks at a time, meals can get expensive, really expensive. So being able to provide 6 hot meals for free to families who need it is enormous. On a larger scale than that, we provide money towards grants and research that is done at UNC that goes a long way in changing the way that medical research and care goes forward. One of the most notable grants that I remember has been the palliative care grant that funded the palliative care unit of UNC Children's. This is enormous. Before Carolina for the Kids was able to fund this grant, there was no formal unit that ensured that families in the toughest positions that anyone could imagine received the care that they needed. End-of-life care for a child is never something that you want to have to think about, but having this unit in the hospital is important, as families need the resources to plan steps moving forward and provide the best quality of life that they can for their patients. All of these programs bring me to our KCCs, and these are people that represent what we do. They're former patients and families of UNC Children's that have previously been with us, with Carolina for the Kids, and today I want to bring up the Hill family. I had the amazing opportunity today to hang out with them all. Shout out to you, Ashlyn, Alexia, Sienna. You guys are amazing. But I want to talk briefly about their story, and I want to thank them for everything that they've done with Carolina for the Kids. Ashlyn was diagnosed with a rare disease that required the use of a pacemaker and a feeding tube as an infant. Since then, she's been in and out of the hospital, as have her sisters and her parents, Alexia, Siani, and Mr. and Mrs. Hill. Actually, today, talking to Alexia and Sienna, they refer to the hospital as their second home, UNC Children's. And this goes a long way in really describing what the hospital can mean to a family in a similar situation to their own, yet unique all the same. During their time in the hospital, Carolina for the Kids, we've been working hard to provide them with all the distractions that we can. Fun little game nights, Among Us tournaments. We recently played Family Feud here at the marathon with Alexia and Sienna, and Ashlyn was all in on the Among Us tournament as well, and that was amazing. Also provided meals for their family during their time there. But maybe my most impactful experience with them is just as friends. Even though they sent me to sleep crying over Among Us, I still have yet to beat them. They're very good. But I want to thank them for their time, and I want to thank them as friends of myself and Carolina for the Kids as a whole. We love all of our KCCs, and we thank them for all that they do. And I'm so thankful to be a part of an organization that is able to provide these sorts of resources to the patients and families of UNC Children's. Thank you very much.
All right, everyone. We are entering our final 20 minutes. And to get us through these next kind of 15-ish minutes, we're going to be welcoming members of our executive board onto stage kind of one at a time. They're going to be moving into some spots that we have designated for our final 5 minutes. We are all going to share a mic, but please know all of our hands are clean, so we are taking all the precautions necessary. And they're going to kind of share why they're here, kind of their story with CFTK, some favorite marathon moments. And I am going to call them up one at a time. So first off, we have Sarah McCown. She is our campus fundraising chair, and she is going to start telling her story.
Hi, everyone. As Megan said, I'm Sarah McCown. I'm the campus fundraising chair. This is my 3rd year on CFTK, and I spent my first 2 on the Hospital and Family Relations Committee. So I first got involved with Carolina for the Kids because I thought it was just a really incredible organization. I learned about it through an event on campus where we kind of sat down in a room in the union and just wrote letters to patients at UNC Children's. And I got to talk to some of the executive board members then and just learn a little bit more about it. Kind of throughout my life, I've spent time in the hospital as a family member, and so I really could appreciate the time and dedication of putting forth an effort to provide families with some support, because it's really hard for the families as well as the patients. So just this kind of like really holistic approach that Carolina for the Kids offers really drew me into the organization and is a big part of why I'm here. And another huge part of why I'm here is just throughout my 3 years in the organization, I have been able to witness firsthand a lot of our incredible programs, as Nathan was just mentioning, like Parents Night Out, Pediatric Playroom, all of our efforts with canning, where we get to meet a lot of other committee members and members of the organization, and it's just really incredible that we all have this one shared passion and shared experience that keeps us doing what we're doing, and even during the hard times, we all know why we're here, and that's to support the kids and to support the patients and families of UNC Children's. So we're all really happy to be here. I'm really sad that this is the way it is, but we're just grateful to even have this space and to continue doing what we're passionate about. So.
All right, next up, we are going to hear from Anna Mott. She is our creative media chair. So if you love the graphics that we have had on screen today, she is the one to thank for that and her committee. So she's going to share her story next.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Anna, like Megan said, and I'm the creative media chair. We've had a lot of fun this year working on all the graphics and all the videos, preparing for today, and I'm really glad that we've gotten to the point where we can share them with you all. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got involved with Carolina for the Kids. In high school, I was really, really passionate about service work. I worked with a special needs dance group, and it was always something that I held really close to my heart. And so when I got to college, I knew that I wanted to continue with that. I had worked with a lot of kids that had stories very similar to our KCCs, and I saw just how being kind and spending time with them and wanting to make a difference really just made such an impact, even though it felt like something small. And so I really wanted to get involved on campus and do something similar. And just the more that I learned about Carolina for the Kids, learned about the families that they helped, learned about stories sort of like what we're telling as our own right now, just the more that I fell in love with the organization. And I they were just set up in the pit one day, and I saw a sign for the Creative Media Committee. I've always loved being creative. I've always loved design. And so this was a moment where I could take two different things that I loved, creativity, art, and helping others, and morph them together to really make a difference and an impact on people's lives. And I've just gotten to be more and more involved each year, and I'm so, so grateful that I am where I am now, and that I work with such an awesome team of people, and that we've gotten to be in front of you guys today, even in a very strange circumstance, just to still be able to touch the lives of these different families and of these different patients.
All right, next up is Cheryl Phillips. She is our public relations chair, so if you've been following our social media, you can thank her for a lot of our posts today, and she is now going to share her story.
Hi guys, so like Megan said, I'm Cheryl and I'm the PR chair for this year, and it's been so much fun getting to run all of our social medias and all that sort of stuff that you guys get to see. A little bit about why I'm here. So my sophomore year of college, my roommate convinced me to join this organization that stood for 24 hours at the end of the year, and I was like, that's crazy, but I was like, yeah, you work with kids, it's a good cause, I guess I'll join. And I joined, and I had great people that I worked with. My public relations committee my sophomore year was just full of people that had such a great heart. They really cared so much about the cause that we support, and that was really inspiring to me. So that really got me through my first few months on a committee, and I was like, wow, this is a really great cause. I feel like we're doing a lot of good things here. And then we got to Marathon, and we heard from all the families, and they all got up here on the stage, and they told about the impact that we have made on them. That was really emotional to me, and I was like, wow, this is a really great thing. Like, how do I do more? And so I stuck with it for the next 2 years, and here I am now. And the more that I've stayed with this organization, the more that I've realized that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I currently work with kids that have ASD and need extra medical help than a lot of kids do. And while that's not in the realm of what this organization specifically does, just being able to work with those kids and see the impact that one person can have on their life has been really meaningful to me. And if one person can make that big of a difference, then imagine what this whole organization can do. And yeah, that's why I'm here. This cause is really important, and the impact that we make is so huge, and the impact that you guys are making from home and from supporting us is crazy. So thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, next up we have Matthew Gibson. He is our events coordinator. So he has worked on a lot of our big events this year, including the marathon. So he is going to come share his story.
So, like Megan said, my name is Matthew Gibson. I'm the 2021 events coordinator. I first got involved with Carolina for the Kids my freshman year. You know, we're all freshmen. We're like looking for things to do, get involved on campus. And one of my friends told me about this organization, and I just so happened to kind of come across them in the pit one day. So I decided to stop, check it out, and there's all these posters, boards, and all this stuff, and they told me about what they do, the different kinds of committees to be on. So I applied. I got on the technology committee, and then the following year I was the multimedia sub chair. And the year after that I was the creative media chair, just like Anna is now. And then I'm currently the events coordinator. So I kind of just got involved with this organization because I thought it was a great cause. You know, dancing for 24 hours was, like Cheryl said, it sounded crazy. But it's something, you know, once in a lifetime experience. Probably never going to be able to do that again, so why not? But I didn't realize the impact that we actually had until I was able to volunteer in the hospital and see the patients and families. For one instance, I went and volunteered in the pediatric playroom, which Nathan kind of briefly touched on, but just for those of you who don't know, it's a little play area on the children's floor of the one of the children's floors of the hospital, where patients can go. They have like a little basketball hoop, like ball pit. They have like a bunch of board games, puzzles, all that kind of stuff. So I went and was just kind of, there's other CFTK organization members there, and we're just kind of playing around. And then actually one of our KCCs that was at the hospital at the time came there, and we were able to kind of sit down and we played a game of Uno. And I remember this one time, it was my turn, at least what I thought was my turn. And I was going to put the +4 card down, and I was like, yes, I got them +4, but it actually wasn't my turn, and then I just exposed everybody that I had the +4. And plus, I thought I had Uno too, so, you know, kind of exposed myself there. But everybody had a great laugh, and it was just an amazing time, and just kind of seeing the smile on her face, the KCC's face, and kind of realizing that moments like this where we get to go to the hospital and interact with them and just make them forget why they're here is just, it's so amazing, and it's something that we can do all year long. I mean, unfortunately, we weren't able to do that this past year, but we've been trying our best to kind of keep connected with the hospital and the patients and families at UNC Children's the best we can. So thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to introduce what will probably be our last executive board speaker before everybody else joins us on stage. So Jen Katz-Nelson is our financial coordinator. So when you see our final total tomorrow at 10 a.m., you have her to thank for that calculation. So I'm going to hand it over to her.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jen, and I am CFTK's financial coordinator. Luckily, I had my start with an organization similar to Carolina for the Kids when I was in high school. In PA, we have something called Minithon, where you participate for 12 hours in a similar dance marathon. And, you know, doing that my freshman year of high school was such an amazing experience to have our entire student body come together for the patients and families at Hershey. And so naturally, when I came to UNC, I wanted to find an organization with a similar cause, passion, and the same type of family feel. And Carolina for the Kids has definitely provided that and more. I've loved all of the people I've met in this organization, and I've been in this organization since freshman year. When I joined the Sponsorship and Development Committee, I quickly fell in love with the work that I was doing, trying to, you know, demonstrate to sponsors why I'm passionate about this organization and the impact that the sponsors can make to the patients and families at the hospital. And so luckily I've been able to do that for the past 3 years and have been able to make that type of impact.
All right, everyone. At this time, we are having all but 2 members of our executive board join us on stage. Our last 2 are going to join us at the very end. They are working with our final video that's going to be played. So like I said, we are all being very safe. We've all hand sanitized. We are spaced out as far as we can possibly be. And we've all got masks. So we are being very safe here. And what the next video is going to be, one of our last two things, is our By the Numbers video. So this is a video that we do every single year. We talk about some of the significant numbers we have, so whether that be a fundraising number, number of participants, and even though some of our events have changed, the impact that we have has not. So this year's By the Numbers video is going to look a little different. We're going to have some new things featured that we are very excited to show you all. So we are going to go ahead and play that, and you are going to hear from the entire executive board that's here telling you about some of the incredible things we have accomplished this year. And after that video is over, I'm going to tell you about our final total reveal tomorrow.
23.
23.
23 years. 10.
10.
10 committees.
20.
20.
20 community partners.
12.
12.
12 business sponsors.
12.
12.
12 marathon performers.
467.
467.
467 kilometers for the kids runners.
10. 10.
10 KCCs.
246.
246.
246 dancers registered.
1,000.
1,000.
1,000 pinwheels planted in front of NC Children's Hospital.
425.
425.
425 teddy bears collected for the patients of UNC Children's.
18.
18. 18 benefit nights.
80.
80.
80 auction items received.
2,100.
2,100.
2,100 meals served at PNO.
172.
172.
172 items donated for care packages for patients and families. 175,000. 175,000.
$175,000 awarded through grants in 2020.
$6,457.82.
$6,457.82.
$6,457.82 raised in one weekend.
564.
564.
564 families served by the FTK Fund.
$10,293.63.
$10,293.63.
$10,293.63 raised in one day.
One
cause.
This
This is Carolina for the Kids.
All right. Well, you have just seen all of the incredible things that we have accomplished, and Muyan is going to join us on stage right now. He's our last executive board member, and you can thank him for this incredible live stream production. He's been on tech the entire night, and Carolina with entertainment worked really hard on this 5x5. Really, everybody you see here has worked incredibly hard for this entire night to be possible, and that also goes for our sub-chairs, our committee members, and our dancers, and for you, the audience, because you are the reason why we are doing this right now. To have you guys watching is really incredible. So just a big shout out to all of them. This is the first time we've all been together this entire year, so it's also a very special moment. We managed to squeeze in exactly 15 people, and that's how many we've got. So I'm going to give you some information about the final total reveal, because I know that's what everyone is very excited about. So you are going to come back here to our YouTube channel, the channel you are watching. If you have the spectator guide, if you are just someone who's watching and you have that link is there. If you're a dancer, you also have this link, and you can look us up on YouTube, Carolina for the Kids. And that is where we'll be at 10 a.m. sharp. We are going to be in a surprise location. It's going to be us and a couple of our sub-chairs to film. And we are going to reveal our final total at that point. So do not be late. You do not want to miss it. That is kind of what we have worked this entire year for, is what that fundraising number is going to be. But most importantly, it's going to be what impact that number can have. Because that number changes year to year, but the impact doesn't. And in a year like this, when everything has changed and we've had to adapt our entire operation, that impact has certainly stayed the same and even grown. You heard about our pinwheels, that was brand new. Our teddy bears, that's brand new. We've done a lot of new things that we are very, very excited about. So I am going to have Muyan right here in front of me has a very special surprise ending to our live stream. So thank you all again for being here with us these 12 hours. We are incredibly grateful for all of you, especially those of you who have been with us this entire year as dancers, committee members, sub-chairs. So without further ado, Muyan, will you close us out?